Alright, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Harakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to all the hopeful elect brothers that's doing the work of the Lord in sincerity and in truth. Lord will is going to be a quick and edifying lesson based on WW3 updates, based on the tension that's forming with these world powers and these alliances and these countries. Germany, Babylon the Great, the US, Russia, the EU, NATO, the land of Israel. But I'm gonna focus on the news from Germany and Russia and Babylon the Great. Lord, those are going to be a quick and edifying lesson, and I'm going to go into it now. Sorry if you hear wind in the background because I'm outside. Very windy.
Germany has announced military tests for emergency conscription affecting all 18-year-olds as the country braces for World
Conscription is a draft.
War III. Berlin plans to ramp up its number of reserves by training thousands of young men every year as the looming threat of all-out war with Russia hangs over Europe.
Looming threat of all-out war with Russia hangs over Europe. So it's inevitable. It will happen. And this war is gonna be different than the last World War, because this is going to include very advanced nuclear weapons, and it's going to end in all-out nuclear war. And Babylon the Great will be completely destroyed, because there's going to be a lot of ICBMs are going to be shot from these countries, including America's allies, which is going to turn on them. And Russia, China, a lot of countries are going to shoot ICBMs on Babylon the Great. It's going to burn her with fire. So this is the lead up to it. But it's prophecy. It has to happen. And Yahweh Shai and the holy angels is going to come in the midst of that to take down Esau to power, to put the icing on the cake on the destruction of Babylon the Great, with the chariot shooting lasers upon this place, and with delivering the elect of the nation of Israel, which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
The German armed forces, called the Bundeswehr, need to recruit another 80,000 professional troops to hit NATO's target strength of 260,000. The country has stopped short of reintroducing mandatory conscription, but hopes boosting numbers will give potential recruits more insight into military life. Germany's reserve can currently draw from around 34,000 active members, but it now faces a dramatic overhaul, as military planners estimate the number will ultimately have to rise to 200,000 amid soaring tensions with Russia.
Soaring tensions with Russia.
NATO player hopes that calling up all young men after turning 18 for a Bundeswehr inspection will help ease recruitment problems and familiarize teens with the army. It comes as relations between Vladimir Putin and the West continue to sour, with the Russian tyrant ramping up his invasion of Ukraine and disrupting Europe with a combination of hybrid warfare tactics.
So this is all based on what's going on in Ukraine right now.
Germany has
and the US has a stake in that, and the EU has a stake in that too.
previously revealed plans for war with Russia, with provisions ranging all the way from national service to bin collection. And now, as NATO states prepare for conflict in Europe with extensive war drills, speculation continues to mount that full-scale conscription could become a reality.
In the UK, full-scale military draft. I'm I'm gonna get scriptures. I only wrote down. Well, I only put in my notes two uh two chapters of scriptures, but I'm gonna go into this Matthew chapter 24, where it says rumors of wars. Matthew chapter 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So there's wars going on right now, so to speak. There's battles going on right now. That thing between the small hats over there in the Middle East, in Palestine and Israel, they're going at it with those Ishmaelites, the Palestinians. Russia is going at it with Ukraine. There's a there's a battle that just broke out between Thailand and Thailand and Cambodia. So there's skirmishes happening, you know, in the continent of Africa. You have Esau involved in all type of skirmishes right now. The city was Babylon wants to go invade Nigeria. A whole bunch of stuff is going on at the same time, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. So the rumors of wars, the rumor of the rumors of wars, the ultimate rumor is WW3. See that ye be not troubled. So we're not supposed to be troubled by all of this, even though it is happening in real time and it's going to affect everyone on earth, including the men of the Lord. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we have to put our full faith and trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because all these things are going on, but the end is not yet. And let me get Smith. It's in Isaiah. '54 and 6. No, Isaiah 9. Well, let me get to let me see. Skirmishes. Rumors. Let's see. War. The Russia-Ukraine war. Thailand and Cambodia is from ABC News. This is just the headlines. DJT says he stopped a war by preserving a ceasefire between Cambodia and Thailand. They're both Japhetic nations, you know. Haditha, two Marines implicated in killing family in notorious Iraq war shooting. So there's a lot going on right now, and the rumor is WW3. Rumors which will actually lead up to a full-scale nuclear war, right? Let me get this. I don't want this to be too long. This is from the Daily Express US. Russia warns of full-scale nuclear tests as tensions continue to escalate. Putin has been warned by his defense chief that the U.S. has been practicing a nuclear strike on Russia. They've been practicing, they've been testing out missiles, and they have talks of testing out missiles. That's Babylon, right? So Putin and his men, his cabinet, they're viewing that as a threat. Which all this practice, all these tests, is for something. Like the the prophecies have to come to pass. So we know that they don't really want a full scale nuclear war, but it's gonna happen anyways. Russia has once again stoked fears of a nuclear war, announcing on Wednesday its readiness to conduct full-scale nuclear test explosions in the Arctic. This comes amidst escalating tensions with the West and growing concerns that the world could be on the brink of WW3, which it is. Where is it? Right? Is it right here? Every 18-year-old man call up for military tests, emergency conscription. So the German armed forces, the Bundeswehr, need to recruit another 80,000 professional troops to hit NATO's target strength of 260,000. So this is the article. This is the article to the video that you just saw. And it says it comes amid soaring relations between Vladimir Putin and the West as Russian tyrant continues his invasion of Ukraine and seeks to disrupt Europe with a combination of shady tactics. Let me go to, is it Joel chapter 3? Yeah, Joel chapter 3. Let's see. Joel chapter 3 and verse 2. I will also gather all nations and bring them down in the valley of Jehoshaphat, which in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shaphat, the Most High's judgment, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, because the people of Israel, the children of Israel, is still the people of the Lord. It's still the children of the Most High. They still belong to the Most High, even though the Lord will destroy and judge 2/3 of his people because they won't repent, they won't turn back to him. And the Lord set it up that way by blinding them to the truth. The Lord set up angels to blind the 2/3 from receiving the truth, for them to repent, for them to believe and have faith on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, for the Most High to deliver them, because that's how he has it set up. Whom they have scattered among all nations and parted my land. So during the transatlantic slave trade, the Israelites were scattered over here to the Americas through ships, right? Through slave ships. And even before that, you had the call it the East African slave trade, and that was dealing with the Ishmaelites. They scattered our people. They had their very own slave trade of our people, and they sent them to the east, to places like South Asia, Saudi Arabia, even far east into Asia. whom they have scattered among the nations. That means our people are scattered among all nations. You have Israelites any and everywhere. Israelites in China looking like the Moabites, Israelites in Japan looking like the Ammonites. But the spirit of Israel is, different. It's peculiar. Israel is the best people on earth. We could sing, we could dance, we stand out. So even though they look like the other nations, they're gonna stand out. For example, Bruce Lee is an Israelite, even though he looks so-called Chinese. And so-called black people have a strong love for Bruce Lee, even to this day. If they don't know anything about martial arts and none of that, they know about Bruce Lee. And he died in the 70s. He was an Israelite, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So right now the land of Israel is parted between the so-called Palestinians, the Ishmaelites, and the small cap people, the small hatters, right? Which they are still oppressing those people and murking them even after the so-called ceasefire, and taking their organs, and a whole bunch of shady, demonic, devilish stuff is going on, and selling them for taking them and then selling them for hundreds of thousands. Let's go down to Joel chapter 3 verse 9. And this is what's happening right now. The Most High is preparing and setting the stage for WW3. All nations are going to gather in the valley of Yehoshaphat. That's in the Middle East. Joel chapter 3 verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. The Gentiles talking about the natural Gentiles, the other nations besides the nation of Israel, the 17 heathen nations. You have the Edomites, Moabites, Ammonites, Ishmaelites, all those nations. Prepare war. Listen, what is this right here? It's from the Sun. What is this? It says, every 18-year-old man called up for military tests and emergency conscription, meaning draft, measure announced in Germany amid WW3 fair. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. That's the warriors, the soldiers, the army men. You have different sects of the military. You have the army, you have the navy, you have the special forces, you have the Coast Guard, you have the airmen. Let me see. Yeah, I don't want this to be too long, but I'm gonna go into it anyways. See, branches. The United States Army Armed Forces have 6 branches: the Army, Marine Corps, Navy, which they're on sea, Air Force. They deal with the air. The aerial combat vehicles, the army, it's not the army, the combat helicopters. Space Force, that's what they're gonna try to use to go against the Lord and the angels during the second return, during Yahushua's second return. But they're gonna be smoked, literally. They're going to turn into dust. And Coast Guard, right? And these other nations have their own branches of military too. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. So there's going to be a draft all around the world, including here in good old Babylon the Great. Pete Hegseth. Watch out for that guy. Watch out for him. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Because Your plowshares and your pruning hooks represents farming instruments, which represents agriculture. So all the money that that is supposed to be for agriculture, they're supposed to benefit the people. All that, all the all the funding or spending is going into defense. You know, defense budgets. You know, all that is going into uh 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 uh, uh defense. You know, for troops, for training the troops, for weaponry, for ammunition. These weapons cost thousands of dollars. These weapons cost a lot of money, and it's a tax dollars that's going towards it. So instead of these countries, including Babylon, putting their bread, their money into agriculture and serving the people, is going towards defense, is going towards war. Let the weak say I'm strong, because these nations that didn't have nuclear capabilities before, now they have it. Right? So America can't bully these nations anymore. Assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen, the heathen nations, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. The mighty ones are the angels of the Lord. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. The Lord is going to judge them by destroying them. And it's going to be easy work, easy. One chariot can come and destroy all the nations of the world, but the Most High is gonna show off, because he's the Most High. Through his son Yahushai and the holy angels, the angels gonna cover the sky. Let me get Revelation chapter 11 and verse 13. Revelation chapter 11 verse 13 says, and the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. A great earthquake because of the nuclear war. Because the earth is gonna rock to and fro, because when those ICBMs are shut off from these other countries, including Russia, when it hits Babylon the Great, and these other countries are gonna get hit too, but Babylon is gonna be completely destroyed. It's gonna be a great earthquake felt all around the world, and the 10th part of the city fell. The 10 FEMA regions, Babylon, the U.S. is divided into. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, meaning a complete number, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven, the Most High power of heaven, because the elect of the nation of Israel, the men of the Lord, and the 1/3 is going to be beamed up. They're going to be saved from looming destruction. They're going to witness the missiles actually coming in. Simultaneously, Yahushua and the angels are going to beam up the elect. Right? They're going to beam up the elect, and the elect is going to have an aerial view of the destruction of the whore of Babylon the Great. They're gonna witness Babylon's destruction. It's gonna look like a lake of fire from an aerial view. The Most High is gonna overkill, And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. Right? The second woe is past. World War II already passed, And behold, the third one cometh quickly. So the third one, look at this right here. What does it say right here? It says, where is it? Every 18-year-old man called up for a military test and emergency conscription, meaning draft, measure announced in Germany amid WW3 fair. So it's a looming fear that is going to happen. The third woe cometh quickly. That's the rumor. Tensions are high between Russia and these other nations, including Babylon. Russia and Babylon the Great are the two superpowers that's going to be added. The main two. Salakia. Let me see. Do I have any more?
Well, if we didn't already have enough stuff to worry about, now the American people are concerned about a possibility of World War III. But because of this recruitment shortage and a crisis that we have here in the United States as far as our military personnel is concerned, now there's a possibility of an emergency draft. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. What does it say? The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And I wanted to get something here. 2030. This is from the same article. It says, additionally, the EU believes Russia could attack at some point around 2030 if Mad Vlad is successful in Ukraine. So this article is good. It's from The Sun. You could go check it out. The Sun is UK because of the web address extension is co.uk. And that's the end of the lesson. I think I made my point. Let me get Isaiah 9, because DJT and Vladimir Putin is it's like threats between them because of them testing out nuclear weapons. Isaiah chapter 9 and 6 says, for unto us a child... No, not 9 and 6, my bad. Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5, for every battle of the warrior is fought with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. That was done in the ancient world. In the ancient world, you had opposing nations' armies going at it in a field, or wherever that war or battle took place, and there were swords. They had on armor. They had archers. They had archers. So it was physical combat. It was close combat, and from a distance you had the archers. The archers were like the snipers, back then. And garments rolled in blood. Like, for example, when, King David and his army went to war, it was bloody. King David's life was just war. That's why he couldn't build, the temple of the Lord, because his hand got a lot of blood, had a lot of blood on it. But he was a man of the Lord. He was a prophet. He was a king. He was a poet. A man after the Most High's own heart. And garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Yeah, so in the ancient world, you had men warring with swords. You had someone, taking a sword and slicing, somebody. Let me get an image of it. Oh man, what? Why is this? Is it done? Ancient battle swords. So it was like this. Going at it. Physical, close combat. You know, men taking lives. Not like now you have drones. You know, you have AI powered drones. You have stealth tech weapons. You have robots that they can control from a distance. You know that somebody in a room that's not even in the same town or city is controlling it. You know, dropping a bomb. You know, on innocent civilians. This was close combat. You have men upon horses. So it's not going to be like that anymore. It's going to be, it says right here, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. With this, burning and fuel of fire. Right here. And that's the end of the lesson. Lord, it was edifying. All praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bashem Yashai, Bashem HaKakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.